Good morning, I'm Diogo Barendse, and welcome to Wednesday, 1st of December edition of GMNC. Our morning lineup starts with the important weather and surf report from Heili and Deon Bosman, followed by the daily dose of inspiration with Claudia Greenwood. Guests joining us in this morning's studio show are Neville and Helen from Ndlondlo Reptile Park, Sharon from Mindfit Coaching Academy, Michelle from Ballito Clean Sweep, and then Lynette Pretorius from Austral Accounting, and last but not least, Salmon from Alkaline Water. This hour-long show is something you don't want to miss. The show closes out with a music video showcase from Gerhard and Nadine, Ons Twee. So grab your coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us. And a quick thank you to Puza Water for our studio bottled water.
Good morning everyone and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito Gas and Bright. Today will be mostly cloudy with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 20 degrees. The real feel will be 29 degrees and the real feel shade 26 degrees. We have a southeasterly wind at 9 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 15 kilometers per hour. Also just 8% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 4:48 a.m. and the sunset at 6:41 p.m. Pretoria partly sunny today met 'n donderstorm in die middag with a high of 29 degrees and a low of 20 degrees. And then Joburg partly sunny and pleasant with a high of 27 degrees and a low of 17 degrees. And then Cape Town mostly cloudy today with a high of 21 degrees and a low of 15 degrees. Next up will be your surf report brought to you by Nadine and Deon Bosman from Victory Surf. Enjoy your day and we'll see you again on Friday.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Wednesday morning's beach report and the 1st of December, and a perfect day for the beach today. It's going to be 24, 25 degrees, hardly a breath of wind, light variable southerly and then southeasterly breezes all day, and fun small surf at most of the beaches. And with a high tide just after lunchtime, it's going to be great day and a good day to be on the beach on the East Coast. Enjoy your 1st of December. It's going to be a cracker day. Get down there early and have some fun.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I'd love to welcome our first guest on today's show, the ever inspirational Claudia Greenwood.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Awesome. Nice to be here.
Yeah, nice and warm out here.
Oh, absolutely. We're glowing, aren't we?
There we go, Durban being Durban.
Yes.
So, Claudia, I believe you'd like to talk about self-worth today.
Yes.
Introduce us to this.
Thanks, Diogo. You know, so often what we experience in life is that we're trying to show up for other people. And the question is, how much are we prepared to compromise ourselves to prove to other people that we are different to what we actually are? And so often we actually just give up on our own personal values for that. We start engaging and doing things that we wouldn't normally do. They don't necessarily feel good, or we know deep down that they're not aligned to how we would normally react or
your
behave.
values, your morals.
Exactly. And then we get involved in all sorts of things because it makes us feel good. Maybe we think it makes us look cool, or we're accepted that way, and we just engage in all sorts of things that are actually maybe detrimental to ourselves, whether it's from a health point of view, physical health, mental health, maybe it affects relationships. But when we're caught up in this whole narrative of what we've taken on throughout our lives, you know, we take in information from people and surrounds and what we see, and we suddenly create a story in our minds that we need to behave in a certain way, or we need to do certain things to be accepted. Now, when we do that, we're actually going against our own personal values, and normally this is backed up by fear. We are afraid to show up as the people who are, you know, our authentic self, how we are meant to be. And in so doing, we get involved in stuff that sometimes we've got to actually stand back and say, well, how long am I going to go on doing this for before I actually realize that this is not me?
Yeah, which one is greater, the fear of rejection or the fear of acceptance and standing up for yourself and who you are?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, Diogo, it's quite a difficult thing to do, because when we're telling ourselves a story about ourselves that is different to actually who we are, because we're trying to fit in or show up as we think other people want to see us, then we've lost ourselves in some way or another. But the most amazing thing is that can all be changed, all right? We can do the deep inner work and actually realize, you know, connect with what deep down, you know, it's an intuition. You know, what I'm actually doing right now, whatever, isn't right, or it's not actually me. This isn't how I want to be, or this is not what I want to be involved in. And actually go with that, because that intuition is bigger than just the story we've created in our minds. So what's important is just to stand back and actually get to a point of reassessing. Where am I at? How long am I going to allow myself to be caught up in this different way of being? Because you're not going to satisfy everybody, are you?
No. And you've got to take stock emotionally sometimes. Just take that break, take a step back, and look at your life, where you're going, what you want to do. How would you say social media has impacted what you're talking about now? A lot of people, you know, tend to post their perfect lives and their perfect moments all the time, and a lot of people feel like this is the standard that they need to live up to and work to. Would you say that that's had an effect in people's view of their self-worth and their behavior?
Absolutely, Diogo. You know, and I hear it so often from clients who say, I've actually blocked or stopped or deleted my social media account. I'm actually not even spending time on that anymore, because it's addictive and it becomes consuming, and you can't wait to see what the next person's posting, and then we do start comparing. But you see, this is where that internal dialogue, that narrative comes in terms of our own mind. What are we telling ourselves? Because we're comparing ourselves, and we're saying that's how we judge ourselves. And then we start seeing that other people have so apparently got this perfect life. And maybe we say, well, I don't have the perfect life because I'm not showing up like that. Okay, so either I'm going to start pretending and becoming a person that I'm not, and doing things that isn't actually me.
Or that affect your self-worth.
It affects my self-worth, but that's why. If your self-worth is low and you don't see your value, you are going to start reaching out to doing things and being involved in stuff to show up how you think other people want to see you. And that's unfortunately where we lose ourselves completely.
Claudia, what a great point to end on, and I think it's something we can all learn from, is that we have to give our inner dialogue just as much importance as we give the outer. Thank you so much for the wisdom.
Pleasure.
Have a fantastic day ahead. And Ballito, stay tuned. We'll be back after this short break.
Dear Mom, you're my best friend, okay? You're the funniest person I met in the whole world. But you're so bad at hiding. You do make the best brownies though. I love it when we go riding together. When I'm older, I want to be pretty like you. Happy birthday, Mom.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I'm mega excited to invite up our next guest, who's an expert in his field, Neville from Ndlondlo Reptile Park. How are you doing, Nev?
Well, Diogo, yourself?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Great.
You're a seasoned vet on the show. You know how everything rolls, and let's get straight into it. Let's talk about your topic today, which is constrictors, indigenous snakes.
Yeah, we're going to speak mainly about non-venomous, but it is going to be constrictors, really. But just to kick it off quickly, not all non-venomous snakes are constrictors. You know?
So that's confusing to me. So you'd have a venomous snake that obviously kills its prey through venom, and then a constrictor. Now there's no venom and no constriction. How does it work?
Well, the guy just simply grabs hold of what he wants to eat, chews around to the head, and swallows it.
Live.
Alive. It
incredible.
suffocates on the way down. So, you
Wow.
know, it just,
And is this common in the snake world?
yeah, there's a lot of them, eh?
Really?
Yeah, all these little peaceful little green snakes you see running around your house,
Yeah?
they've got a psychotic behavior, man. I'm telling you, they're really off the end.
No ways.
And then there's other groups of snakes that do have venom, but they still constrict.
Okay.
And yeah,
So it's not as clear cut as everyone thinks it is. The lines are a bit
No.
blurred.
no, it's not as clear cut.
Okay.
So when we speak about the constriction side of it, people tend to think of the large pythons.
Yeah,
And
the
I think
big boas.
Yeah, and anacondas and stuff, and they think it involves big prey. But there's a number of species, from the smallest little brown water snakes and house snakes and little aurora house snakes, and a whole range of little constrictors that constrict every bit as impressively as a large python.
Yeah.
In fact, when you form them and you see a strike of a brown house snake on something, and the way it just whips its prey around and coils around it, it's far more spectacular than watching a python, really.
And technology has assisted us in being able to kind of film that process and slow it down and actually see that.
Yes, I've been privileged enough to work with high-speed guys that film with the high-speed cameras,
Wow.
and the frame rates are scary.
Yeah.
If there's enough light, they can push it up to 1,500 frames.
No ways.
And
And you get to actually watch the entire process unfold
yeah,
frame by frame.
yeah.
Incredible.
It's taught us a heck of a lot about it,
Wow.
you know, seeing how it all operates.
Okay.
But just constriction in a nutshell is when a snake coils around its prey item and it applies enough pressure to literally stop the breathing.
Okay.
Fallacies of crushing bones and breaking bones, that's nonsense.
I was going to say there's probably a lot of kind of, old farmers' tales out there as to
Yeah.
what the cause of death is. And what is your professional opinion?
Well, I reckon that there's one group of guys that reckon that the pressure stops the blood flow, and that sort of seizes up the heart, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that, because if you're going to stop blood flow by putting pressure around a torso,
Yeah.
then you're not going to stop blood flow. You need
no,
a
actually-
core bone like an arm or a
Yeah.
leg or something to stop blood flow, to apply pressure.
Yeah.
So no, it's cutting off the oxygen supply. The
To the brain.
the key is that any animal captured in such a fashion will automatically infuse a lot of adrenaline into the blood flow.
Okay.
It's a steroid that helps you to convert oxygen into energy at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
But when you can't get in oxygen, there's nothing to convert.
Ah,
So the bit of oxygen that's left in the blood
it's rapidly consumed.
is consumed very quickly. And then it just takes a few seconds and the brain switches off,
Switches
and that's
off
it.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
complete sense.
basic.
It's like a MMA fighter with no arms and legs just choking guys out. That
Yeah.
happens. You see that in humans as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that is the process. And in terms of the weight of prey to the weight of the snake, is it how do they attack? Do they attack anything that they can get their eyes on?
No, the snake will formulate an idea in his mind. Can I get this thing through my jaws? And then the next train of thought is, will it go into the stomach completely? because that doesn't go into the stomach completely, it's not going to digest, it's actually going to decay.
Okay.
And this will poison the snake.
All right.
So they want to consume something that can get into the stomach completely.
So it's safe to say that what you have in that bag there is not going to consume me.
No. This is actually not one of our local snakes. Well, you get a local variant, exactly the same snake in South Africa, but not this color.
Okay.
And I just thought we'd bring this guy along just to show the amazing colors
Beautiful.
that they do come in.
What is that
So
guy?
this is a brown house snake,
Okay.
but a Zambian example.
Okay.
And so you can see the color is not that typical brown color.
I'm going to have to
Really
come and have a
brown.
look at this guy. Huh? Can I do that?
You can do that. You
Helen,
can do that.
Can we ask Helen to help us? Thank you so much.
She's a lovely lady. And Helen
Definitely
too.
not your first rodeo, Helen. Okay. Let's have a look at these colors. So what is the difference between the Zambian and our indigenous?
Well, the Zambians tend to have more of a greeny tinge to them, and also known as the Zambian greenhouse snakes.
Okay.
And our brown house snakes are more sort of towards a brown, biscuity sort of colors.
All right.
And you can see there.
Super chilled, eh?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And let's talk about the killings of snakes out of fear. If someone had to find a snake like this in their house, how many people will just instantly panic and go to their fear mode and try to kill the snake? And what would you recommend they rather do instead of doing that?
Well, there's many people that do kill snakes out of fear, but you need to understand that if you kill a snake out of fear, it should be your first initial response. You're standing there with a stick and snake, and you just hit it.
Yeah.
You know, if you have to go back and fetch a spade or a stick or a rock or something, it's no longer fear.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
should
malicious.
realize that if the snake was going to attack you, it would have done so.
Yeah.
You know. So I firstly just want to say that killing is irreversible. Death is irreversible. You can't say sorry afterwards. Oh, geez, it was harmless. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it comes back to life. It just doesn't happen. And then a very high percentage of our snake bites originate from willful and deliberate interaction.
Okay.
Now, many of those are snake catchers, keepers, collectors like myself and Helen. But a large number of those are also people trying to kill the snake.
Okay. So if people wanted to get informed, could they come through to the park and just chat to you guys and say, hey, I think I saw a snake like this. Could you help me identify it? What should I do? You know, is it an easy process to get informed?
Yeah, it's a very easy process. We do that. We try and get invitations from the eco estates to do snake awareness talks at the eco estates. You know, because the feeling is that eco estate should be more eco-friendly.
100%.
And unfortunately, it's not always the case, but it is. And
it's a constant endeavor.
yes, it is.
Fantastic.
But at the park, everybody guided tour, ask all the questions you want, and
Beautiful.
you get
And
a
check this little Zambian brown greenhouse snake there as well, amongst many others. Nev, thank you so much for taking the time to inform us and our guests, as always. And guys, no need to be scared. These are lovely creatures, all part of our indigenous and local ecosystems. So go over to the park, get informed, and we'll catch you after this break. Welcome back, Ballito. It's great to have you staying with us on the show. And after those crazy reptiles that we had, I'm going to invite two more beautiful and more feminine ladies up here. How are we doing? Sharon and Janine?
Yeah,
Hi,
good.
nice to be here.
Fantastic. So Sharon, obviously not your first rodeo here on the show. And we're going to get straight into it with Mindfit coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, let us know what that's about.
Well, it's been an exciting year for Mindfit Coaching Academy. We graduated 10 brand new life coaches a couple of weeks ago, and I brought Janine along. She was one of those coaches who graduated, and we're just going to chat a little bit about what Mindfit Coaching is all about. Right now, on this at the state that we are on in the planet, we really need people to step up, to feel the nudge, to hear the call, and to help. And that's really what my mission was in starting the academy, was that I saw a real need to help more people, and I'm only one person.
Correct.
And so the academy was born in the middle of lockdown, and it's actually been such an incredible journey, and I'm so proud of all of these coaches.
And it
Janine
provides a
is-
platform for people who think that they are mentors or have the
Yes.
ability to help others to actually go
Exactly.
and expand their own learning to help others.
Exactly. So they're on a continuous learning journey at the moment, and I'm there to guide them and mentor them. Having 38 years of experience has given me a few little ideas on how to help people, and really I think the mission is to try and help the suffering on the planet, because we are all, you know, at the receiving end of so much at the moment, and there's so much confusion and anxiety
and stress and
all
worry
of that, and it doesn't need to be that way. I'm not denying that there's lots of stuff going on, but there is a way of navigating your life through all of these external factors. And we heard early on the show, Claudia was talking about the internal, going inside of yourself and coming from that place. And really that's what we do at
taking
Mindfit.
stock and taking a step back sometimes.
Totally.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed in this day and age because there is so much going on.
Yes.
But there are tools that you can use and
Yes.
learning that you can make to navigate your way through
Yes,
this. So
exactly.
let's talk about the graduation and the graduation process.
Yes. Well,
What got you to the point of graduating?
Sure. So for me, it was, I've always been into personal development, and I've always had that nudge to help people. And then when the Mindfit Coaching Academy came along, what really caught my eye is that it was transformational coaching, not just normal life coaching. We've all been, or I've been coached where, there's 10 steps. Do this, and you'll get that result.
You follow a textbook.
And you know what? It's great. It's great because it's motivation. So you feel great for a week or two, and then what happens is you naturally slip back into your natural default. So with the transformational Mindfit coaching, it was completely different. The most important thing for me was to understand that nobody's broken and nobody needs fixing. So that was a huge insight for me.
Yeah, a complete different perspective to start your thinking from.
Absolutely. And for me to explain why I actually joined the Mindfit Coaching Academy is, the best way to explain it is, it's as if I was in a deep slumber. I was asleep. I was in this default mode of doing the same thing every day on the rat race, living day by day in absolute autopilot. So I was in a deep slumber. And this was the gentle nudge. It was literally like a gentle nudge, and I was awakened. And that is actually the first part of the course. It's called The Awakening,
Okay.
where it really shifts your thought process into a way of being awoken.
Yeah,
You know,
and of being
because
aware of the processes.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's the foundation of the course is based on the 3 principles. And, you know, that's thought. You know, everything starts with a thought. And we've heard that before. And people go, oh, I know I need to control my thinking. Easier said than done. But it starts with a thought. And then when we attach a feeling to it, it then becomes our reality. And that's when we live in that sort of hamster wheel.
Yeah,
we
that
think,
feedback
we
loop.
feel anxiety, fear, and then we're in that constant state.
Definitely.
But to move out of that and to realize that we actually can control how we feel about what we're thinking. And that ultimately is what makes the whole direction of our life.
And it's so difficult
Change.
to start that, because often if you try to have one controlled, consistent thought for a sustained period of time, within 2 minutes you'll already be thinking about what you're making for dinner, what time the kids come
Yeah.
home from school,
Yes.
what you need to do, and to actually keep
that's
that
the
thought
thing.
there. And is this something that you could learn through the academy, is how to actually develop and sustain thought processes back
Well,
by
it's
feeling?
actually not that at all. We don't control thoughts, but we have an indication of what the thought is through what we feel. So it's the feeling that's the indicator, because thoughts just drop in. You know, it's like trying to change the weather. Have you tried
Yeah.
that? It doesn't really work. So you can't really control thoughts, and that's the kind of information that we've been fed, and everyone is struggling to get to that place of, oh, I've got to change my thoughts and change my brain, and even I was part of that in the beginning.
Yeah.
But once you really touch that part in a person that wakes up the real true person that they really are, not the layers of programming that we've been, you know, placed over maybe decades. Once you've touched that place, there's a natural awakening. And the awakening program, we've now taken that, and we are giving that program to anyone, even if you don't want to become a life coach.
Yeah.
Those principles are given over a 10 to 12 week period, and you can just learn how to do life, how to
Exactly.
navigate life, and how to be more successful, more authentic, more real, more raw, because no one is broken. You know, it's just that kind of understanding. So,
And
you
that
know,
is an absolutely fantastic point to end this
Yeah.
interview on. No one is broken.
Not at all.
And I can see just the faces full of laugh and beaming and happiness.
Yeah.
So if you want to come out and become awoken and just transform your life, you know where to do it.
Mindfit Coaching Academy.
There we go. And it's transformational coaching. It's not just your average textbook. And the ladies are backed with years of experience. So Mindfit Coaching, off you go, boys and girls. We'll see you there. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Sharon Castle, and I want to tell you about a very exciting project that I've been involved with of late. I've been in this industry for 38 years and a personal trainer, developer, and life coach for the past 12 years. And it became so apparent to me that we have a great need to help people. It's what I do best. So I decided that I would like to try and help other people who want to help people. And if you've ever had a need and you've wanted to help your family members or your friends or your work colleagues or the people that you're in business with, and you have a way of speaking to them and encouraging them and motivating them, then this is something you need to listen to. The program is all about helping you to become a trainee coach, a life coach, where you can take all of the skills that you'll learn on the program, and I'll help you to know how to say things, what to say, what not to say, when to be still, when to be quiet, when to give direction. We never give advice. We actually help people extract what they know naturally, because everyone has the answers for themselves, and that's what coaching is all about. So it's a first stage, and the second stage will be another part of the program. But if you've ever had a need or a desire, and you are one of those people that help other people because they come to you, they phone you, you got some advice for them, this is really the program that you should look out for. It's going to be done online and it's going to be live. And I would love for you to be a part of this program. We need a lot of people in this world, especially now that we're in this pandemic. And when we come out of it, the impact of what this pandemic has done is going to be so small compared to what's coming down the road. So I want to encourage you, if you have a great need to help others, if you've got a heart that's big, if you like to encourage others and motivate them, then this is something that you should buy into, because I know that the world is going to need you. Are you someone that's been through some trauma? Have you experienced some difficulty in your life? Have you had events, situations and circumstances that have been really difficult to overcome? Well, then you would make an incredible life coach. Life coaches need to be relatable. You need to have had some experience that makes other people want to open up to you, want to speak to you, want to know how you navigated your own life. So if you've ever felt that something that has happened to you has been overcome by the way that you are being, the attitude that you have towards life, the mindset that you've developed, the culture and the way that you are with people, and how people love you and how people want to respond to you, then I would encourage you to take this first lesson. This first lesson is all about looking at your past difficulty, your past trauma, your past experience and circumstance, and how you got through it. Really, what it's about is to be sharing from your own perspective, from where you've come from. That's the best experience a life coach could ever have. It's just saying, this is what happened to me, this is how I overcame it, and taking the lessons out of that life experience and helping other people to go through it. If you have a passion for helping people, then I would really like to ask you to take a look at the available material on my website about becoming a Mindfit trainer. A Mindfit trainer is someone that is stepping up towards a Mindfit coach. And the very first stage of your development is for you to see what it is that you have to offer from your own experience. A Mindfit trainer can help other people in their environment, and as a Mindfit coach in the second part of the program, you will be able to become a full-time life coach. Create your own business and create your own income. The world really needs more coaches at this time, and this will all be available online. So an international audience is where you really also want to put your focus. We want to help local, we want to help international. A Mindfit coach is someone that is psychologically fit and emotionally resilient. And if you've come through any experience in your life and you're here now watching this, it means that the time is right for you to show up, to be present, to make a difference in the world. And the way that you will impact the world is one person at a time. I've always believed that, and I've always had the saying, we can change the world one person at a time, one by one by one. Are you going to be the one? The very first stage of becoming a life coach is learning how to be fully present with another human being. There are no tools, there are no techniques that you'll need to revise or remember. It's just you with another human being, fully present from your heart and listening to that person. When people feel listened to, it's when they open up. And opening up and being vulnerable and hearing what it is that you feed back to them, that you mirror back to them, is the first stage in transformation and change. And that's really the number one step that you will have as I teach you to become a life coach to help other people. It's the first most vital element. We learn to be present with other people when we are children. You know, young mothers will look into the eyes of their children and never be scared of looking into the eyes of another person. Because when you are present and they can sense that you're there for them without an agenda, that's when people will open up like a flower. And it's the very opening up and the releasing of all of the emotion and all of the ideas and all of the anxiety and all of the stress that they've ever felt. When they feel heard, it's the first stage in making a change. So that's what you'll learn in the first stage of becoming a coach. I will help you to sit in complete presence to be completely aware of that other person that's sitting across from you.
At 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito, we offer an array of convenience services for our clients. With an in-store fully operational business center, all under one roof, 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito is fully stocked with all your leading stationery brands. Proudly Ballito for Ballito.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I've got another regular on the show in our next interview, and someone that provides loads of convenience for you if you're looking for it. Michelle Skierpers from Ballito Clean Sweep. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me back again.
Always looking dashing, always looking very Ballito and colorful. We love it.
Thanks, man.
Great. So you offer a wide variety and range of services and products, but we're going to start off with one in particular, the moving in/moving out service.
Yes,
what's that about?
That seems to be a popular one at the moment, surprisingly enough. A lot of people are moving in. Obviously, it's the end of the month, so they have to be out and they have to go move into the new place. And we provide a great service. We help with the moving in, where you're going to be moving into. We clean that for you. And we have a lot of people who contact us and say, listen, we're moving into this place, but we also need our place to be moving out of cleaned. So we do that on the same day.
So if I think about it as a customer, like I'm moving into a new place and I'm busy packing up my old house, I can just call you up and say, hey, my new place is available, send a team.
That's it. That's it. We even help with unpacking. We've started helping with packing, but that's a bit of a different story. But people, you know, we're there, we're cleaning at the same time. We unpack your kitchen for you. We unpack your bedrooms for you. It's a great service.
So you can literally just be there, kind of point and shoot. I want plates there, glasses there, that there, and it'll happen.
It'll happen, and where it goes will be clean as well. So that's really a really very nice service.
So
you know, when
you'll
you're moving,
deep clean the cupboards and walls,
everything,
floors, everything from top to bottom, and then unpack.
You're moving into a sparkling house, and the house that you've left behind will be just as clean. You know, the landlords expect that of you. The house has to be the way you got it.
100%. It's a requirement to get your deposit back from your landlord.
Exactly. So we help you get your money back as well, in a way.
Fantastic.
So, but that basically is really just one of the many cleans we offer. People think, you know, but cleaning service, that's all we do. We've got such a wide range.
Let's talk about couches and beds and all of that. I'm renting a fully furnished place, and I don't really want to get into someone else's old bed. Would you be able to take care of that for them?
Yes, we can. We don't do it ourselves, but we've got teams of other groups of people that do the cleaning of the couches, cleaning of the beds. You know, a lot of people sleep on a bed for like 30 years, never clean it. Ugh, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay? So we've got good connections, good people we can recommend. They come in on the same day as we do, and by the end of the day, all of it is sorted.
And all it comes down to is planning, I'm assuming. What sort of lead times would you need from a customer? Obviously, you don't want someone saying, hey, I'm moving today, you know, can you come and help me? So what lead times would you need?
You know what, our best is about 2 days. But I mean, really, people know quite ahead of time when they'll be moving. So I
they
mean,
could
as soon as
schedule
you've
that
got your
in.
date, just contact us. It just makes our planning easier, and we really would like to help, you know, and I feel terrible when people call on the day and I have to tell them, listen, I can't help.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's impossible. We bring in our ladies on a specific schedule, and those are the only ladies that are working.
And transport of the staff, all your products, your cleaning stuff, you take care of all of that?
Yes, we bring them right to your doorstep. We go in with them. We assess what needs to be done. We show the ladies what they have to do. We provide the chemicals. If you need a little step ladder for your higher windows, we've got that. Brooms and mops.
And any difficulties with estates? I know sometimes you get a little bit sticky with service providers entering the estate. Are you accredited? Are you able to go in?
Yes, we are. We're accredited in basically all the estates in Ballito, which is nice because, you know, there's always this arrangement of codes and stuff, and some you have to get a code to get in, you have to get a code to get out. So it's a bit of a schlep. So we've got our ladies registered in basically all the estates from Dunkirk, Greenwood, Heili, the new ones.
So it really is a turnkey solution, and you just
really
book it in and get it done.
Yeah, you don't have to stress about getting us in or arranging anything for us. We arrive at your doorstep, we're organized. So.
And pricing, say I'm leaving a 2-bedroom house and I'm going into a 4-bedroom house. Obviously the price of cleaning the 2-bedroom and 4-bedroom would be different. How do you work it out? Is it just on rooms, square meters, stories?
We do it on square meterage, but we charge per lady per day. So if you've got a smaller place, we're obviously only going to put one lady in and it'll be a set price. If you've got a mansion, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, entertainment area, you're obviously going to need a little bit of a team. And then it's just that specific price times how many ladies you
And you will work that out on the assessment day with the customer there?
Yes, we send you a quote beforehand, you okay the quote, pay via EFT. It's really easy. There's no schlep.
Fantastic. And I think that's the service, and that's a powerful point to end on, is that there is no schlep. If you're too busy, if you're looking for the convenience, if you're looking for the professionalism, Ballito, reach out to Michelle at Ballito Clean Sweep, and you'll get all your problems taken care of. We'll catch you after this break. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Ballito Clean Sweep. We provide a compliant holiday and residential cleaning for a wide variety of clients, which includes permanent residents here in Ballito, as well as owners of holiday homes, Airbnbs and guest houses. We also offer once-off cleans, the one, for instance, just before your mother-in-law comes to visit, and then we also builders cleans and moving out or moving in cleans. Our staff are fully trained, and we provide the chemicals and the cleaning materials. You can find us on our website at ballitocleansweep.co.za or contact me on 079 6970 280 for a WhatsApp message or a quick call. Thank you.
By Ballito Gas & Braai fokus ons op ons kliënte. Vriendelike en doeltreffende diens is wat ons anders maak. Ons werk as 'n span met integriteit en deursigtigheid. Hier bied ons kliënte 'n onvergeetlike ervaring en werk ons met die beste belang van ons kliënt. Ons lewer nie net produkte aan ons kliënte nie, ons lewer ook 'n volledige diens, insluitend onderdele en tegniese ondersteuning.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I'm going to invite our next guest to the couch, someone who I love talking to, who provides us with so much valuable information and doesn't charge us for it, which is unlike an accountant, and who recently had her birthday as well. Lynette, happy birthday, first things first.
Thank you, but I told you not to say anything.
We had to. It's not every day you have a 30th, so you must enjoy it.
Oh, yes. I'll stick to that one, thank you.
Fantastic. But super bubbly and always pleasant and always have such good advice for us. What are we going to be talking about today?
So recently I've had quite a few inquiries from potential clients asking about turnover tax And I think I have actually spoken about it on the show before, but I thought we could just give it a little bit of a recap if you guys don't mind. So you remember when we talk, we say you've got provisional tax and income tax and PAYE and dividends withholding tax. I mean, it's a minefield,
Yeah,
right?
it is a minefield.
So what had happened is SARS had decided that they'll look at the really small businesses. So when they say a really small business, that's a business that does a turnover of 0 to R1 million.
And that is per year.
Yes.
So divided through the months, less than 100,000 Rand a month, gross turnover.
That's right. So we're looking at those small businesses, and what they said, well, if your business is not a business that has passive income like rental, franchise, royalties, those kind of income streams, they would make it easier for you to file your taxes, okay? But the ironic part of it is you have to comply with SIPC and the Companies Act as well as the governing taxes, if that makes sense. So you can't do the one and not the other one.
Correct.
Okay. But the trick here is that SARS will relax their requirements for these micro businesses. So basically what they want is they want records kept for your turnover, assets that you have that's more than 10,000 Rand, and any liabilities that's more than 10,000 Rand. So your document requirement for SARS purposes is that much simpler and easier for somebody that needs to just
submit quickly and get it
yes.
done. And it's also a great introduction into the systems and processes that you'll need to follow if your business experiences growth.
Yeah, no, but listen, that all of those taxes are very difficult for people to wrap their minds
to get their head around.
So turnover tax replaces dividends withholding tax. It effectively reduces provisional tax or makes provisional tax null and void. And then it puts you in a very small bracket of turnover tax. So it's definitely
it simplifies the whole process for you to make it a lot easier for you as a micro business to perform your duties.
Yeah, but also a lot cheaper. So it's not just the accounting, record keeping and all of that, but the rate of tax
burden.
Yes, is very small. So it's definitely, if you're starting out, you go to the SARS website, you click on My Business, and from there you can see the link for turnover tax. And if you then go click on Assess My Business, then you would actually answer yes or no through all these questions. And at the end, it will tell you if you're eligible for turnover tax. And I do think that if you're just starting out, new business, this would be the way to just put your foot correctly into the right place and not kill yourself with the admin burden and the cost of taxation in South Africa.
And to give yourself the mental peace knowing that you are doing what is required from you legally from a taxation point of view. And it's kind of like almost they're throwing you a life buoy when you're in the big ocean of the business world there and saying, hey, you are a bit of a smaller fish, you know, use this, you can float on this. We're not going to kind of drag you down with all the big burdens of a bigger turnover business.
Yeah, and it's really important that people do realize, though, that turnover tax is geared for your tax liability. But if it is, for argument's sake, a company or a closed corporation, which could register as a turnover tax business, that they still fulfill their duties in terms of the Companies Act. So it's not because I'm on turnover tax, I don't have to do X, Y, Z. You still have to do everything per the Companies Act, make sure that your company is correctly administrated, but for your tax submission, they've made it a hell of a lot easier for the man in the street to just be compliant, do his bit, and have a peaceful night's sleep.
Yeah, and be able to pay the running costs of their businesses. Fantastic. And once you start growing, if you start growing, and you make it over that R1 million threshold, is there any legal requirement of you to force the change? Does it happen automatically?
Oh, no. So you have to contact SARS to then deregister out of the turnover tax regime, okay? But the nice thing there is, again, if your business then qualifies, you could apply small business tax rates to your business, which is still not sitting at a flat 28%, which is corporate tax. So business has got the opportunity to grow and not fall into that straight 28% where we're currently seeing taxes in South Africa. So it's a nice way, but you as the taxpayer need to exit the one system and enter into the new one.
And the responsibility is directly on your shoulders to make that happen. Is there any negative backlash that can happen to you if, say, for example, you've started this one micro business, it's running, you've left another country, you've come back and now it's superseded, and for 6 months or 1 year, you have been over this threshold already? Are there any legal implications that could occur from that?
So yeah, obviously, it is your responsibility to make sure that your turnover stays under the R1 million. And when you then over that threshold, so in that case, I would definitely go see an accountant and then let them do the paperwork to get you out of the turnover tax regime into small business tax rates.
Great. Lynette, thank you so much for your guidance, your wisdom, and a very warm happy birthday once again, even though you didn't want us to wish you. I'm sure all of the Ballito TV followers wish you the happy birthday as well. And thank you so much for being a part of the crew and the guidance of the show.
I love
Great.
it.
Thank you for staying tuned, Ballito. We'll be back shortly.
I'm Monet.
I'm Mandy.
I'm Devon.
And we are
Ballito TV.
We are a streaming channel showcasing content-rich programming that appeals to a wide audience.
Ballito TV officially launched on the 1st of February 2021 and has already attracted over 500,000 viewers worldwide.
Viewers are able to select their preferred device and way in which to watch Ballito TV, either live on our Facebook page, our website, YouTube channel, or by downloading our app free from the Play Store.
Best of all, if you've missed one of our shows, catch up at your own convenience by visiting our catch-up platform on our website and our app.
Ballito TV offers a variety of advertising from as little as 1,000 Rand. So the misconception that advertising through this medium is out of reach for most businesses is totally incorrect.
Get in touch today by emailing hello@ballito.tv or send your name and details to our WhatsApp line on 066 232 1385 and we will give you a call.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. Mega excited to introduce our next guest, the Waterman, not only is your business water, but I believe your name is Salmon as well. When I asked you earlier, Salmon, the reply was?
Salmon like fish.
Like fish, there we go.
Thanks,
Good
man.
to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me, and I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Lekker. Well, we're going to get straight into it. Alkaline water.
Yes.
Cool. What is alkaline? What are the benefits of it?
Alkaline water is not like any other ordinary water that one drink. It got a lot of healthy benefits. If you got migraine, you take alkaline water. If you got constipation, you take alkaline water. If your mom or dad got arthritis, they got high blood pressure, you take alkaline water. It got a pH of 10. It's not like any other water, whereby you got a pH of 7. So there's a lot of good benefits about alkaline water.
Okay, so it changes the pH balance and level in your body?
Yes, and then it takes out all that illness in between the pH of 7 and up to the pH of 10. So in between there, it fixes you and you become...
so like miracle water?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And where do we find this product? How do we go and buy it?
In the Ballito area, they'll start with the Salt Rock area at Sasol Garage. Next to Tiffany Mall, you can go and get yourself there, the alkaline water. And then in the central area, at the pharmacy, Lifestyle Center, East Coast Pharmacy, you can go get yourself there, alkaline water. And then also Waterberry Cafe at the beachfront area, you can also go get it there. And the other side of Spa Village, at the Pub and Grill, you can also go get it there. When you move to the Westbrook area, the Shell Garage, you can go get it at the Shell Garage. And then also at the Beach Palms area is available. So
okay, so you guys are actually quite nicely spread. You've been located a lot of areas around this north coast.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
so
and how long has the business been operating for?
We're still a new business. We're almost now 3 months.
Okay, so it's a lot of sites for a short period of time.
Yes.
Well done. So people must be enjoying the product, obviously.
No, yes, it is a good product. It's getting spread through all over South Africa. Yeah.
And I believe in stores not the only place you can get it, online as well?
Yes, you can get it online. To the website is www.designerwater.sa. You click it there, and then you go to the shops. You choose which liter you want. You want the 5 liter. You want the 330. You want the, it depends on your.
You can buy cases, small amounts, big bottles.
Yes, then also on our Ballito Designer Water Ballito. You can do it on our Instagram page and also on our Facebook page.
Okay, so there's multiple platforms that are available for you to be able to have a look at the product, learn more about it, and purchase it.
Yes, so you can get it online, you can get it in the walk-in
store. So say, for example, I'm very interested in the water, I believe in the product, and I want to learn more about maybe myself becoming a businessman like you are. I believe you guys offer a program where you can become a waterpreneur.
Yes, that's a wonderful and fantastic program that if one, during COVID time, a lot of people lost their job, they're sitting at home and they're wondering when they are going to get their next food on the table. But we're saying to that now, we're here to as a designer water Ballito. If you want to join us and put food on the table, we don't have a problem with that. You just need the a joining fee, and then you go again to www.designerwater.sa. You will click, it comes to the portal. On the portal, you say the redistribution and resellers. You click it there. You put all the information. You choose in which area or part of the country you are, and then they will send you. Either they will send, if you're in Joburg, they will send you to someone in Joburg. If you're in Ballito area, they will send it to you to us. So from there, we take it from there.
So there's direct hands-on training that you go into a current store with, that people have experience in the game already. They teach you obviously the theory and the practical side of things. And if you want to start it up, do you do the water alkalinization, I think it's called, yourself? Or do you have to buy in from a big supplier? Do you buy machinery? How does it all work from there?
It comes from our head office in Centurion. So the whole manufacturing of increasing the pH from 7 to 10 and make it alkaline, it's from there. From us, we are the distributor from the provinces. So when it comes to us, it's already bottled. It's ready
It's already, the magic's in the bottle already.
Yes, it can ready be
Great.
sold.
Salmon, thank you so much for taking the time out to educate us about your product and let us know where we can get it. I'm sure we'll all be buying into the health benefits that it has to offer.
No, thanks for having me. And then people must just go and buy alkaline water. It's a good water to have.
There we go. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
Ballito, thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to everybody that made the show possible. And we'll close out with our music video, and we'll catch you on the next time. Take it easy and keep it tidy, Ballito.
Ons twee was nog altyd anders. Die wêreld noem ons buitestanders, maar hart wat vergeet het onthou.
Ons twee saam al gesukkel, en swaar kry kan liefde verdubbel, en 'n hart wat vergeet het onthou.
Ons twee verstaan ons mekaar. Ek sê dit vir jou want dit is waar. Ek sê dit vir jou want jy het jou hart gegee. Nou is dit ons twee. Ons was nog altyd 'n span. Ek sê dit vir jou want dit kan. Ek sê dit vir jou want jy het jou hart gegee. Nou is dit ons twee. Ons twee se adems word sterker. Ons adems verander in vlekke.
En 'n hart wat verdwaal het berou.
Ons twee verstaan ons mekaar. Ek sê dit vir jou want dit is waar. Ek sê dit vir jou want jy het jou hart gegee. Nou is dit ons twee. Ons was nog altyd 'n span. Ek sê dit vir jou want dit kan. Ek sê dit vir jou want jy het jou hart gegee. Nou is dit ons twee. Ons twee was nog altyd anders.
Die wêreld noem ons buitestanders.
'n Hart wat vergeet het onthou.
Hart wat vergeet het onthou.
Hart wat vergeet het onthou. Ons twee verstaan ons mekaar.
Ek sê dit vir jou want dit is waar.
Ek sê dit vir jou want jy het jou hart gegee. Nou is dit ons twee.